Kia ora, Gemini. This is your reading for this full moon in Virgo. And do check out any other titles that stand out for you if you know what your ascendant, moon, Venus and Jupiter are in. And yeah, take what resonates, just leave what doesn't. So let's see what's going on for this full moon in Virgo. We'll get a storyline out and see what's going on. We get this idea of boundaries coming up, whatever that's about, personal boundaries. And let's see. Okay, so we're coming out here with you with the mercurial messenger of the gods, the Magus. Beautiful card, Thoth Tahuti, what can you say? We're armed with the wand, we've got all our tools on the table in front of us. All our tools. Yeah, this sort of theme of boundaries. This full moon in Virgo really does feel like a kind of sobering moment in some respects, where we, whatever our intentions, if we had any for the new moon, that we just tweak them and alter them a little bit. We get an insight into that place where we wanted to take certain things. If we need to tweak things a bit, go on a slightly different tangent, this is the chance, this is a time to be able to do that, to have the insight to do that. If it is required, it may well not be required. So we're coming out here pretty strong with that Magus. We then have the Princess of Swords. This princess spends a lot of energy in this space, in this place, because we are on defense, you know. There is nothing behind those clouds. Of course, when the princess elevates to the queen, we are beyond those clouds anyway. We've kind of evolved to another level there, and so there's an aspect of defending something that, as the saying goes, isn't it? Choose your battles. Then we have the 9. We do go through and clarify with a few other decks. We've got the 9 of Swords, which is, it's about, you know, unfounded fears, worries that maybe keep us awake at night, you know, that sort of early hours of the morning, catastrophic thinking. It really serves no purpose, and it can be quite exhausting. I guess that these two central cards here are, you know, just have a wee think about how you're utilising or using your own your energy at this time. But then we have the Chariot. So there's incoming level of balance coming through here. And this enables that Chariot to move. It's simply because nothing's harnessed as such in the physical sense, but there's an equilibrium that allows that Chariot to move, and it's quite well protected. So the idea of having to defend something, I would, you know, maybe it's just a habit of old, as this may well be too, Gemini, a habit of old that is maybe not necessary at this time. But let's go through. I'll just pop those there and clarify. We've got the Morgan Greer. Thanks for commenting and liking and all of that. It helps this channel to be seen by more people. So we're looking at the Magician. We worked hard at perfecting perfecting something here. We've worked hard to achieve this. Now, at this current time, you might not see the results, but possibly after this moon in Virgo, this full moon, you will start to see it. You've got a choice here. You've had a choice, really, to stay on a certain track or not, to go beyond that. We're looking at the Magician Gemini. For Geminis, we have first eight of discs, working hard, perfecting something. Reminds you of Virgo a bit, doesn't it? Perfecting something here until you are happy with it. Now, what was that about? Well, I think it's something to do with another 8, the way we use our mind, very active mind, able to pick apart, pull apart with an ever thirsty curiosity. You know, this 8 of Swords is about self-limitation or feeling bound by something. That is what we've been overcoming here. We've worked very hard at that, and what is it giving us? But we don't actually see that yet. We possibly are the last ones to see it, if that makes any sense. Gemini, we know those 2 cards in the middle are telling us to really be aware of how we use our energy, obviously. Let's look at that Princess of Swords, because it may well have been about, specifically relating to something. It is, as I said at the beginning, it is a habit from that almost belongs in the past, a habit of seeing fear where fear does not exist. Well, you feel fear, don't you? But you're sort of defending something that doesn't need to be defended. It's from the past. We've got the 6 of Cups, beautiful. You know, over the years, we start out like these children, being able to. We give for the sake of the joy of it. We go with how we feel. And we give without having a sort of MO or an agenda. But then over time, as the swords can build up, in that heart area, we start to feel that we need to defend more than we give. We can't even receive anymore sometimes because of that Princess of Swords, because of the time in between this and this. We get over it. We have to. We go beyond it. We digest it, and we allow it to pass through us so that we can return to a clean slate, Gemini. We've also got the Knight of Rods here. Shape-shifting character. That there lies a very positive aspect to the shapeshifter, because it means we have flexibility. We've got a large level of knowledge and flexibility in terms of our history of matters of the heart and of the head, where we've limited ourselves in the past, which has exacerbated the stance of defense. This is what we're getting beyond here. This is showing us that we've worked hard at that, Gemini. 9 of Swords, unfounded fear and worry. We're upping our own ante. King of Swords, we're slashing through all that unnecessary, extraneous bullshit. Monkey mind, as they say. unnecessary confusions. We get right back to the core of what our own truth is, what we're seeing, our perceptions with this King of Swords. There's no, it's like bullshit is seen to be. That's within ourselves as much as externally, you know. We have to see it within ourselves because we all have our illusions and all those sorts of things. Anyway, so we cut through that. We don't need 9, we've just got 1. Much easier. Clear the slate, as it were. We're looking at the Chariot, yeah. So we get strength. We get strength to venture forward, doing things in a different way. This is works in motion. There's no extraneous mind chatter to divert that Chariot in its workings, and it's bringing thought into form. I would say at this current time, Geminis, and yeah, I would say at this current time, be very aware of your thought processes and your thinking, because the ability to create form from thought for you at this current time is quite high, quite acute, and quite accurate. So it's good to be aware of what is going on in our mind. This has been a theme for a while. This has been something that you've worked at. And so we see strength taming that. That is a representation of, in some ways, you know, our animal self, our psyche, ego, all of that. Unconscious, we become more conscious. Are we becoming more conscious? It appears to be that way. With that, we have, and I think Taurus got this as well, that at the end, the 5 of Swords, we're doing things in a different way. We are able to with this a new level of self-respect. In some ways, we're able to do things in a different way. We don't necessarily have to come in after everything, you know, to get what we need, to get the scraps. In some ways, I see that here. We're coming in as this. Now, let's see. Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairy for your Gemini. So all in all, pretty interesting. Lots of healing going on. Lots of healing. Hard work. Hard work. And death keeps coming up over and over again in these readings. Do check out any others if you know what your ascendant, Moon, Venus and Jupiter are in. So we've got the Journeyman. This allows you a lot more freedom. What this process that you're going through, have gone through, it's been quite difficult. As I said earlier, you see it. You'll see it soon. The benefits of this time, of the last 6 months to a year, you'll start to see it. This is a new period. It's a new beginning, in a sense. And we have that. This is like the full stepping off. Well supported, I must say. And we have death. Transformative process. We go through these many times in our lifetime. So this is, in some ways, looking at this as a story here of overcoming and is setting free of freedom, a new freedom. That's been a long time coming. We have the crocodile. The crocodile. What stands out is that lovely golden eyeball. So we've got a lot of, I just think of that. Well, I might be getting them mixed up with the alligator. All our wealth of experience, we've stored it. We've kind of stored it down there in the root system and the trees of that river. And it's time to collect. By that I mean it's time to realise what that can give you now. All of that stored wisdom and experience, Gemini. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thanks for joining me, of course. And as I say, have a wonderful full moon in Virgo. Check out your other, if you do know what your ascendant, all of that is. And yeah, take good care, Gemini. Okay, ka kite. Bye.